All right, what's going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? It is March 2nd, 2023, Thursday. Already on almost the end of the week. We had a really great day yesterday, and I think we did okay on Monday. I don't really remember Monday's results. I have to look back in the Discord to see what's up with that. But let's go ahead and jump on in. I saw that there was a little bit of rebound happening. One of the reasons I love trading at this time. You can see we had this nice little pop up here up through the volume weighted average price. We did get a 5200 cross over there. At the same time, the 200 cross below the VWAP, and we're coming up here. We're testing the around the highs of the VWAP. You can see it's kind of a tight band today on the VWAP. Our low down here, the VWAP is 39.25, and the high is at 39.52. That's kind of weird. It's like mirror numbers. And we got the middle right here at 39. So very close, very tight in numbers. You see there, and then we have these big volume spikes on the day. So we have these big drops here at over 10,000 contracts, and then big rips here over 10,000 contracts. So we're gonna be looking for like pops and drops today. We have some resistance right here, and I'm gonna take a small trade here, looking for a little scalp if I can get an entry. Skip past my entry. I'm gonna bump this up a tick. Looks like we missed it. It was a nice trade idea, but kind of passed us by. I'm gonna join the bid again, try and get in. All right, we got in, but much higher than we wanted to be in, but you know, it is what it is. I think we'll be okay. And there we are. Made 450 on that one. Nice big rip. Nice big pop there. Not bad, $450 for being like 2 minutes into this. Made $450 in like 2 minutes. 25 bucks an hour. That's a pretty good job, right? All right, let's see. We got another potential rip inbound. Let's take a look at the moto. What am I looking for? Momentum here. 1.2 to 1.8 to 2.3 to 3.2 to 4.2. Big momentum coming in. My guess is that we're going to test the upper band of the VWAP here, and so I'm going to actually put this in for another like 6. Just go up like one tick, and we're down here below 50, and so I'm going to try and get in at 48.50. I don't know if that's a little too low. It might be, but I'm going to try for it. Looks like it's dancing around it. All right, we got the entry at 48.50, and we're looking to get out right on 50, right at 50. So this one peaked up through it at 51. There we go. We're out right at 50. Made, I don't know, 300 or something on there. Anyway, we're up 712.50 on the day. Movement going from 3.2 to 3.9 to 4.8. Great momentum on the day here. A lot of opportunity for moves. In a not so unpredictable environment, just like yesterday, which is awesome. Here we are. We're just about 5 minutes in or so, and I've already made over 700. Getting a nice pop there. Kind of wish I took that. I saw it for like a brief second, but it was just too fast for me the moment I saw it. 4.8 to 5.6. That's looking so strong. It's looking great. Resistance at 50. I'm going to pull this chart back just a little bit here. and just see if we've tapped any of these upper bands. Did a little bit right here. Put in a little bit more resistance there at 50. We might dump down off 50. I'm not sure. I feel a little unconfident about it, and so I'm not gonna take the trade, even if it does run past me. I do feel pretty decent though about this little flag here. So we had flag 1, flag 2. This was based off of this consolidation here. So we do have probably another move in this. So I feel a little bit better after doing a little bit of work there. Little tech analysis. Trying to get in at 50. In at 50. They're gonna get out at 51.50, which is the peak of this candle here. This one's at 51.75. I'm a little scared of like a dump down. Pulling back to 49. I want to see this come up and test the upper band, which is there at 53. There's a blue candle. I think I'm out. Yeah, I'm out. As soon as it lets me, loss of 487.50 on that. So we just gave back a pretty good chunk of our profits. We're all the way down at 150 now. I knew it felt weird about that trade, and I took it based off of looking for this to go to move 3 and test the upper band. And yeah, sometimes this doesn't work out. Join the bid here for the bounce off the EMA 35. Look for a move up to 48. We're in at 46.5. I'm actually going to drop this down to 47.5. I'm gonna drop that down to 47. Just gonna look for like 2 ticks on this. $5.6 dropping down to 5.2. Pulling back now to almost 45. So 3-minute pullback. I'm looking for this bounce off this EMA 35 here. I don't know that I'm going to get it. But, you know, that's trading. Easy come, easy go. Doji at the bottom there. Hopefully we see a pop up to the 9 EMA. Maybe a little bit above it. I want to see a pop up towards 48. Ow. 10 seconds left in this candle. Got a double doji there. I think I'm gonna cut this. Alright. So it went from being up 712 to being down 150. It's okay, we'll work it back, but kind of frustrating. We're up almost $1,000, you know, so, but it happens. It's part of the game. We're gonna wait now for another pop, probably off this 50 EMA. But this may pull back like it did here. But this was a pullback all the way to the VWAP. I don't know if we'll go down that far. At least I hope that we don't, because it would indicate a lot more weakness. You get a hammer candle on this this here. I'm gonna join the bid off this. I'm looking for that bounce off of the EMA 50, and I'm looking for this subsequent pop back up towards 50. I'm looking to take 12 ticks on this. It might be a little aggressive, but I'm okay with that. In at 44.50, which is not a bad entry in my own personal opinion. I don't love that I'm going against the TTM, but that's the name of the game when you're taking bounce trades. TTM going from 3.8 to 2.1 to 1.5 to now 0.6. We're so green in this trade slightly. It was a nice bounce off the 50. I want to see this hold. It was kind of in between the 50 and the 35, but it was still a nice bounce through this area. I want to see it hold the EMA 35. Hopefully we don't get a red on the TTM. I want to see it kind of switch back into the cyan and form a U-shaped pattern, which would be a rip up towards 50. In fact, I think I might actually even pump this up. I'll just keep where it's at. But I want to see a rip up towards 50 on here and form a U-shaped pattern, and then a rejection off of 50, and then maybe a possible entry around like 48 or so, and a rip back up off that. There is a red dot or a red candle on the TTM. I don't like that for this trade, so I may just take profit now. For what little profit is there. 9 is below 12. Okay, so we got out with a very micro, well, it was actually a 187.50 profit, but we got back green on the day, I should say. I'm going to wait for this red to yellow. I do think that this is going to pop up, though, and form that U-shaped pattern. It really looks like it is, but just need to wait for a little bit of time. Not much. But there's that red candle, and this is why I wanted to get out, was because I saw this red candle forming here, and I just didn't think it was going to go straight from red to into cyan. So I was expecting another drop like this, and so that's why I ended up getting out. Now we're going to see if this bounces off to 50. The next thing I'm really going to be looking for is this red to yellow move here, kind of like what we saw right over here. where we had a couple of these reds get put in, and then after 3 reds we got a yellow, and this is really going to be the play that I'm looking for, is like this one right there. But if we do get a situation like this, we'll try and just scalp it. So this is red candle number 3. You can see a green dot forming on there on the TTM. 9 is dipping below, or 9 and 12 are both dipping below the 26. So that gives us this sort of like 26 SMA crossover to the downside. 1.0 to 1.6 on the TTM on the 1 minute side. This looks pretty decent for a bounce off the EMA 50 though. So I'm actually going to join the bid. Meant to get in down there, but I was taking too much time talking. Possible crossover. I really want to see this switch to yellow. It's going to make a big difference in my confidence for the upward move. Getting really dialed in here. I want to watch the slopes of the moving averages, and just sort of see how this is shaping up from an up close perspective. About 12 seconds. I want to see this also end at least above the 9 EMA. That's really where I want this candle to end. Going from 1.4 to 1.6. So now 2.0 on the TTM. So it looks like it might potentially fail. Hey, what's up, Tiny? Good to see you. Morning. Movement of 1.6 to 2.0. TTM towards the downside. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially 6 bounces off the 50 EMA. Move my order up to 49. We got this potential yellow here. Currently, it's flashing between the two of them. We're hitting a little bit of resistance there at 47, which was our previous resistance level. But after this consolidation here along the 50, I feel more confident that this is actually going to go up, break through 50, and test the upper band of the VWAP, which was up at 53 last I checked. I just want to see this yellow candle actually form, and then this 9, 12, 26 crossover. In that order. So we were up 712 off of the first 2 trades, really quick, and then lost it pretty much as quickly as we made it. Now we're working our way right back. Our high of the day was 712.50, and our low of the day was negative 150. So we did get that yellow candle, went from 1.9 to 1.9, so basically flat, to 1.8. So not enough to call it momentum yet, but getting there. I also want to see this turn into a green dot. Green dot would help indicate a little bit more confidence in the upward move. The 9 did get above the 12. So we got the yellow in the order I wanted. And then we got the 9 above the 12 in the order I wanted. Now we got the green dot flashing back and forth there. So that's the next thing I want to see is that green dot indicating higher momentum coming in. 1.9 to 1.7 to 1.7. I also like to see this get above 1.5, preferably like more like 1.0. We have a possible crossover, the 1226. That'd be the cyan line crossing above the white line. 26 is a simple moving average. And the cyan is a 12 EMA exponential moving average. So this tapped our sell order up there at 49. I'm glad I moved my order up to 49. There we go. We got that. Now we're back up positive $600 on the day. We didn't necessarily need to lose the 712 plus 150, whatever that is. 875. We didn't necessarily need to lose that money. But I just think that we kind of overtraded in this area. And so I took the time to reassess and be like, yo, you're overtrading, dude. And then here's the move up now. We're probably going to get a pullback towards 50 and then that bounce off of that towards the upper band and maybe even a rip through the upper band. So right now we're getting, here's that U-shaped pattern that I talked about. We're very close to a cyan switch. This went from 1.4 to 0.5. So I feel confident enough with that. I'm not going to go, well, maybe I will go for 12.6. But I'm going to look for an entry off of 50. I don't know if we'll go down that far. I'm going to do a little bit higher at 50.75. But it already ran past it, so I'm going to cut that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A move down to the 90 or the 9 EMA would be a little too much of a drop right now. That's at 48.25. A 1 minute pullback on this doesn't look bad though. We got a cyan switch. Went from 0.5 to 0.1. That's a move at a 0.6. I'm gonna join the bid here. In at 50.25, and I'm looking to get out at 53.25, which is just below the upper band of the VWAP. Upper band's up there at 54, so I actually think I have availability up to 54 given this upper band. There is a downward slope slightly on the upper band, which I don't love. 0.3 to 1.2. This move at a 0.9. So that's looking nice. We're back up at our original peak of the day. Moving past our peak slightly. I'm going to cut this and just take the profits. Now we're up 825 on the day. I think it'll still pop, but because it didn't pop immediately, that's why I decided to take the profit off. There's maybe some capitulation here for a little bit, but I just want to take the profit off there. I still think this is going to go up towards 53. Look at this double top here at 52.50. So peak of the day is 825. Our low of the day is negative 150. What's up, Michael? Great to see you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Is this a challenge account or paper trading? I'm paper trading today. I won't be doing challenge account until my rebill. I don't really want to pay for the resets right now. My rebill is middle of March, unfortunately. So it'll be like March 14th that I'm back on the eval. But it's all good. I've actually learned a lot this last month or so. Oh, nice! You started a 75K challenge. Hell yeah! We'll take profits today. Nice, man. Glad to hear that. Um, yeah, so I'll be back on it mid March, but I didn't want to, or what was I saying? I've actually learned a lot this last couple of weeks, and I'm trying to keep what I've learned sort of in mind as I go into this next evaluation. Um, and I think I've done a pretty decent job just overall. The last, I don't know, probably 5 days. I think I was just a little over trading and aggressive throughout February, and frankly, February was a really bearish month, um, with a lot of like extreme volatility. And so I'm really looking for more like smoother movement like this. And this is what I'm going to be looking for on my evaluation. So when I go in to do my evaluation next, I'm going to be looking more for smoother, calmer waters. And if it's a day where where we're getting these massive dumps or massive rips, I may not actually trade that day. So I think that is kind of part of my newer plan going forward. Also, one of our members in the group suggested that as I build up my account in my evaluation, that I actually take less and less contracts instead of scaling up with it, but rather scale down in order to protect my profits. And I thought that that was a pretty reasonable and conservative idea towards actually maintaining that risk reward. And so I think I'm probably going to incorporate that. That was the long haul inside of our Discord community that suggested that. 2.8 to 3.2 on the TTM, getting some sort of sideways movement here. 3.2 to 3.5. Kind of some leveling off on that TTM, and so that gives me a little bit less confidence for this upward move. I still have some decent confidence in it, but it's just slightly less, just because of the leveling off there. Leveling off starting to go away, and coming back with some momentum. You can see a pretty fair amount of buyer contracts coming in here. Pretty clear resistance there at 52.50. Tapped it once, twice, thrice, 4 times. Fourth one went a little bit through it, but rejected heavily off of it. Moved from 3.2 to 3.4 on the TTM, now 3.6. Pulling all the way back to the 9 EMA. I'm going to join the bid here. Missed the entry, so I'm going to cut that. That was the idea for the trade, the exact move, so it's gone. I'm not going to try and catch it. That also got me in trouble in February. Is trying to catch moves that had already passed, and that was the move literally right there that I was attempting to take. If it pulls back, I may go for another entry. 3.4, 3.9. It's now a new double top at 52 and 3/4. We're in long off of 52. 3.8 to 4.1. I'm gonna drop this down to 52.50. I think that this is gonna be this is the move here. It's gonna either pop up now or fail, I think. We took a little tiny trade on that. A little $75. Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna be utilizing this in my next evaluation. I'm gonna be taking that approach. I think it will. I think it will remove a lot of the stress on me actually, um, and I think that that may help me keep a clearer head while I'm actually in mid trade. Okay, so we did get that pop up towards the upper band of the view app. We popped it off a doji. 3.4 to 3.8, 4.1 to 4.1, 4.2 area. You can see the leveling off on the TTM now, and a lot of sell orders coming in. This may look decent for a short, um, and potentially a short down to about the EMA 35. 35 being right here off of 48. I'm going to take that short. And I'm going to look to, I'm at 5 ticks on this. Let's just get down towards 50. We filled it way too low. I tried to market order that, and it just filled it way too low, and now we're getting a cyan. We're probably gonna have to cut this. Yeah, I'm cutting that. Lost there of less than 300, but still lost. 900 being the peak of the day now, and peak loss of the day was negative 150. There's the pullback. The problem was when I hit that, I hit sell market, and it actually filled me way down here. So that was really the issue with that. I wanted to get filled up here, which is where it was when I tapped the button, but it had dropped quickly. Looks like I would have ended up actually getting that trade, but I didn't want to risk the potential rip up off of that. Like I said, I saw movement down to the 35 opportunity here, which is at like 48 and a half. What up, Juan? Good to see you. Glad to have you here. It's been a pretty good day so far. I'm gonna pull up the economic calendar. I actually didn't take a look at this today. So today we had the jobless claims, we had U.S. productivity revision, we had U.S. unit labor costs, Governor Waller speaking, and Fed Pres Kashkari. Wow, Kashkari. That is okay. So this is gonna be at 6. So 3 Pacific. This will be at 1 Pacific. And then these already happened. I said about the WoW thing because my mother-in-law always says she's going to some store called Kashkari, and nobody understands what she's actually saying. But nasty false break. Let's take a look. Rip down, followed by a pop back up. Not quite as low as the EMA 35 like we had mentioned, but still popping back up over there to 52 and a quarter. There's the rip. So this looks like it may actually go up and try and test the upper band there. Switching over to scalps. Take a little micro scalp. Pop this back up to 750 on the day. Peak of the day is 900. 807. Past the top of the hour. By the way, if y'all chilling, y'all hanging out, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. We are slowly growing, a little bit at a time. Do y'all like the way I said that? We are slowly growing. I don't know. We only have like 3 likes. So love it if we could actually bump that up, try and hit 10. You, Mr. Andrew, too, yeah. By the way, you guys, if y'all chilling, y'all hanging out, you're looking to earn funding in the futures market, make sure you check out Elite Trader Funding. Okay, you guys are awesome. Personally, I believe they're the best in the biz. I've taken a look at a bunch of other programs. I've tried other programs. I really like these guys. I like these guys for a couple of reasons. Number one, I believe they have the best customer service. Out of everybody I've tried, these guys have been the most responsive with their customer service. They're very quick to help, and I really love that about them. They offer a wide variety of plans, more so than anybody else I've seen out there, any other prop firms. They offer static drawdowns. They offer diamond hands evaluations. They offer, end of the day, like the traditional style, the fast tracks, and the one steps. They have a whole wide variety of different styles to fit your trading needs, which I love. Personally, I'm working on the 50K evaluation on the one step and the 100K static evaluation. These are my favorite trade styles, given how I like to trade. And if you guys use the link in the description and the promo code JSBEST, you'll actually lock in a lifetime discount. And on top of that, you'll have the opportunity to choose your trading platform, whether you like TradingView or Tradeovate, or you love NinjaTrader, but whatever it is, it's all there. It's all available to you guys. So check these guys out. Use the link in the description. That'll help hook you up. It'll help hook me up. It'll help hook up the company. Everybody wins. Creates a win-win-win, which is the only way that I do business. It's the only way that I work with anybody at all, is so long as everybody is winning in that whole scenario. So make sure you guys check these guys out. Link in the description. Promo code is JSBEST. Let's jump back into the charts and see what's going on here. So we did have some rips up where it does look like we're potentially getting some leveling off there on not just the TTM, but on the price action as well. And so we may have some more push down. I also saw that the 26, while it did dip below the 35, is beginning to move above the 35 with some divergence as well. This could give us further indication towards the downside. And you can see how 52.5 acted as pretty strong resistance throughout this whole consolidation period here. So now we're going to consolidate potentially above 50 and maybe bounce off of 50 for the upper move. You can see that the band of the VWAP is moving up, and so this may actually give us a little bit more potential for upward movement. Yeah, too choppy for me right now. So I'll probably be I'm looking for those momentum shifts back and forth on either side. Pawn, I just saw your message in there. Do you mind if I share that publicly? If not, that's cool too. Yeah, so if y'all don't know, if y'all haven't been following the story, Pawn and his wife actually set up a tattoo shop called Art Therapy Tattoos and Crafts over here in Lincoln County. And yeah, we got entered into Chamber of Commerce. This is awesome, man. Like I love seeing entrepreneurship. I love seeing people moving forward with their dreams and whatnot within their life. I think this is awesome. If you guys are in the area, Palm, what state is this in? I want to say it was North Carolina, if I remember. Maybe I'm wrong. But I know we got you guys up on the Google reviews as well. But if you guys are looking to get a tat, definitely gonna want to stop by Art Therapy, Kentucky. That's what it said, Lincoln County, and I read some article yesterday about the Jack Daniels thing in Lincoln County, the distilleries, how it's like causing this like fungus to grow in the whole city. And it was also in Lincoln County, and like a place called Lincoln County. So I was thinking it was in Tennessee, but I'm like, that doesn't sound right to me. I was like, is it North Carolina? So, but yeah, so if you're in Kentucky, in Lincoln County area, you need to get yourself a tat. Check out Art Therapy. That's awesome, man. You guys got in the Chamber of Commerce. You got the whole design thing set up. I know you've been working on that for a while. In all honesty, guys, like small business is the heartbeat of America. And I'm a very firm supporter of entrepreneurship and small businesses. I'm an extremely firm supporter of that. And I personally, any opportunity I get to shop or work with a small business, that's always what I'm gonna gravitate towards personally, because I know what it takes in order to make something like that work, and it is not easy a lot of the time, and it takes a lot of hard work, dedication, and commitment. It also accounts for a vast amount of the actual jobs that we actually hold here in America is owned by small businesses. I don't know that the jobs are owned by small businesses, but the jobs are provided by small businesses. And so, you know, I just think that small businesses they're really the innovators. They're the ones that are scrappy. They're the ones that are not wasting billions of dollars on nothingness research just to blow the money. These are companies that are putting in real innovation, doing real work on the ground with people. And so if you guys need a tat, that's my little soapbox speech. If you guys need a tat, go check out Art Therapy out in Kentucky. Pulling back to the EMA 50, getting a very strong bounce off this. I'm tempted to take a little scalp here. I'm going to do it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But trying to get in, didn't want to let me in. Now we have an entry sitting there at the EMA 35. Just doing whatever I can to actually enter this trade. Ran up like $2 that whole time I was trying to enter that trade. I was just trying to get 3 ticks off that, which we just did. Now up 862.50 on the day. 900 is the peak of the day. Ripping up here pretty heavily. This looks like the real actual move. Trying to get in off 52. Been having a hard time getting an entry off this just because this rip is so powerful. Trying to put my entry at 52 and a half. All right, that's that area of resistance there. I'm expecting us to go past it now. and bump up towards 55. I'm in at 52.5, trying to get out of 54.5. I really tried to enter down here at 49.5. It was really challenging to actually get into the trade though. It's moving really fast, and TOS isn't the most responsive. Right there at the resistance level. We did get a red to yellow switch here, possible crossover. All the moving averages are right next to each other. 9's above the 12 though, so I feel pretty confident about this trade. We did pop over 52.50. Over. We got the peak there, double top 53.25. Running on through it. Not quite to our sell level yet. Our peak up here is right at our sell. It's 52 or 54.5. Pulling back now. Get a little hammer on that. Was a nice entry op right there. Really? Start talking about New Year's? It's awesome. That's fast, man. That actually is really, really fast. My performance parts shop, like we started that this was in like 2011. 2011? Yeah, 2011 into 2012. We talked about starting it in September. By October was when we were setting up shop. So it moved pretty quick actually for us as well, but it took us a while to really build up an audience though. It honestly like moved pretty quickly though, by all things considered, because we went from concept to shop to having pretty consistent customers in about 5 months. This is pulling back a lot more than I wanted it to or expected it to. I was expecting this to rip up here. It was a very nice bounce, but I think that's all it was. It was a bounce. I was trying to take advantage of really this move here. I was trying to get in around here and move up to there. And frankly, I think I did chase this. And I told myself I would stop chasing things. I'm gonna cut this and just take the loss. And we're back down 450. So been up and down on the day. Haven't been able to break a grand. Our peak of the day is 900. Been struggling to break 1,000. I guess so long as we're moving forward, but we've taken 12 trades. We're only averaging like 37.50 a trade, which is really not good. Still in profit though by just under 300 bucks. Okay, this is like falling down below the 50 now. Starting to look like we may actually get a fall down towards VWAP. I'm gonna look for a short op. See if I can go short off 48. I don't know if it'll go down that far, or I should say up that far. All right, we're short in 48. It's pulling up a little bit here. We're approaching 8:30, so we're about 10 minutes away from 8:30. Getting a little bit of downward momentum on the TTM. I was originally trying to get out of 46, but I might drop this down to 47 and a quarter. All right, we're out with that. We're back up 600 on the day. 1.4 to 1.9 on the TTM. Reasonable for some shorts. So if y'all are chilling, hanging out, make sure you like and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. It really does help the channel grow. We are up at 5 likes. We got 5 people watching, so that's awesome. 100% like participation. That's what we're going for each and every day. If you show up here, try to make it automatic. You just go straight to the like button. We do appreciate it. It does help the community grow. You'd actually be really surprised. It's sort of like this, like any sort of engagement tells that YouTube algorithm, hey, there's something happening here. Let's send more traffic, and it brings more people in and helps this community grow. And the cool part is that it suggests this content to people who actually really like it. So that's really awesome about this. Jumping back into the charts over here, we did pull back to about 47 and a half. So I'm glad I took that short off with that little bit of profit that we took off that. So it looks like we may get another turnaround here. Chart pattern wise, it doesn't look like that, but TTM on the other hand is telling us that we may see some consolidation rip again. Chart pattern wise though, I'm like, yo, this thing dropped below the 50. It's not very far below the 50, but it is below the 50. And the moving averages, as well as the TTM, indicate that it could continue downward move. But the reason why I'm saying the TTM could be indicating an upward move is the leveling off on the downward side. You can see it went from 1.8 to 1.9, but on this brand new candle here, it actually went to 2.5. So that's showing even further downward momentum. We got 20 seconds left in this candle, and there's that downward push. Our original exit intended for that short was at 46. I wonder if we'll actually hit that. Our low of this is 46 and a half. So 1.9 to 2.6, ending on 2.5, popping up to 2.9. Switching over to scalps instead of swings. Short off of 48 and a quarter doesn't look bad. We'll try for 47 and a half. We're in short 47 and a half. I'm just looking for a move down to 46 and 3/4, where it's at right now. There it goes. It filled. Back up 7/12.50 on the day. Funny enough, if we had just walked away 5 minutes into the game, we'd be exactly where we're at, but we'd actually be better off because we would have taken less trades. So that would have been less fees and more net profit. But we're moving in the right direction. Seems like we're slowing it. Yeah, I do see the chart slowing down a bit and beginning to pull back some. We're getting some downward push, some sell momentum, which is fine. We've been riding along above the VWAP now for over an hour. So I think it makes sense to pull back down and do some consolidation. I think consolidation is good for the overall market. I think it allows people to reassess their position and decide on a direction instead of just having things just rip or just dip, So I think there's a lot of value in it. By the way, guys, if you are chilling, hanging out, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. We're up to 7 likes. I wonder if we can hit 10 today. Trying to just hit 10 every day. I think that we can get there. Keep going that way. Exactly. All right, so we're getting a red to yellow switch there. Glad that I took that short off. That red to yellow lasted for one TTM candle. The second one here may or may not stay yellow. Excuse me. Kind of riding along this 47 area. I don't know whether or not to go long or short here, and so I'm just not going to go in either direction. It does look like more of a short to me, given the moving averages as well as the chart movement. Yeah, short seems to make more sense given the moving averages. So our pop-ups will be more or less, this is going to serve as the direction that it was going before. Basically the same moves, just the opposite. Is short off 45, 2.8 to 3.0. All right, back up at 825 on the day. 900 is our peak of the day. Just trying to hit 1500. I'm trying to hit 1500 basically daily. Obviously, we have days like yesterday where we just smashed it and hit 3800. But those are more rare. And so 1500 to me seems pretty digestible on a daily basis. This is a sim account, but eventually we'll be doing this in our live account. 1500 a day, by the way, 5 days a week is $7,500 a week. So I mean, that's pretty decent living. I know there's not that many weeks or days in the year, but around 390K a year. I think there's 255 trading days, like 382. So over 300. That's just fine. $3.1 down to 3.5 on the TTM. Doji at the bottom. Be a little controversial here. I'm going to take a long if I can. I missed it. Not going to push for it. That was essentially the move that I was looking for right there. So. Down here at 45 and a half. Just looking for another opportunity. I do see the TTM is leveling off on the red side, as well as this is moving a little bit slower. So we may get a red to yellow move and then a push back up that before that. A push back up above that. But in order for this to really play out, I'm going to want to see the 9 get above the 12 EMA. Which you guys hear me talk about a lot. And that's because it really does help pretty significantly in confirming upward direction. The red to yellow is also very helpful as well, but it's not quite as accurate. It's pretty close though, and this move here is definitely part of our strategy. We did not pull all the way back to the VWAP. 200 is still below the VWAP as well. It's pulling back to the 9 EMA. TTM movement going from 3.3 to, I'm gonna say 3.29 to 3.17 to 2.9. Not enough of a significant movement for me to want to get involved in that red yellow move. It could still push up some, but until I see this 9 moving average get above this 12 moving average, I likely won't be taking this trade, because we may come across pretty heavy resistance here along this 50 EMA, and if not that, up here at 50, and as well as along 48 as well. So there's too many little resistance points for me to really want to jump into this head on, but it is looking better for a long, at least for me. Going back towards the 9. We also had that doji up there as well, so possible crossover of the 1226. Here's that red candle again. Pop it on the TTM. Getting a little hammer on that though. $2.9 to 3.1, 3.2-ish. This is why I wanted to this is why I wanted to wait for the 9 to get above the 12, was very specifically for a pullback like that. Why I didn't want to go long, and the other reason why I didn't want to go short is in case this move did play out and then I got stuck in a short. So either way, it was too risky for me in either direction, which is why I ended up not taking the trade. Your caffeine is wearing off. Yeah, I honestly could use a little bit more. I was so tired when I woke up today, man. I was just like my body hurt. I was like so tired. I was like, man, I do not want to wake up. I didn't even trade stocks today. I just was just like, man, I'm gonna sleep as late as I can. Played it short, small bear flag. Yeah, I feel you on that. This right here being that small little bear flag right there. Let's talk about this part. Either way offered opportunity. Really kind of getting choppy here. By the way, guys, if you guys are chilling, number one, make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Number two, if you guys are trying to earn funding in the futures market like me, check out Elite Trader Funding. These guys are wonderful, amazing company, amazing people here, wonderful customer service. You're going to want to take advantage of any of the plans that they have here. If you were trying to earn funding in the futures market, personally, I think it's the best deal that is available on the market today for anybody who wants to get access to like $50,000 or $100,000 or $300,000, whatever it is. If you want to get access to be able to trade an account that large so that you can be pulling in those profits every month, make sure you check out Elite Trader Funding. There's a link in the description, the promo code JSBEST, and you can click the see more details link next to any plan to figure out how the evaluations work, how you yourself earn that funding, how you yourself get paid, all that type of stuff. You're going to want to click that see more details link. Personally, I'm working on the 50K and I'm working on the 100K static evaluation. You want to use the link in the description and the promo code JSBEST to take advantage of that lifetime discount on there. Jumping back into the charts, you can see we're continuing to pull down below 45. We've also got some red to yellow moves. It's very choppy kind of down this area. Two big red candles. Then we move back up for a bear flag. That's what you're looking at? Oh, okay. Everything told me to go long, but played short. Seeing that little move. That's the thing, man. I was like looking at this and I'm like, you know what? Like, it's, to me, I was like, I felt like there was too much risk in either direction for me. Because I'm like, okay, this setup here, we've got the red to yellows. Okay, when we get yellow on here, we usually get a really strong upward move. But because our moving averages are actually set up in a flip, Like, our moving averages are all set up towards bearish movement. 9 is below the 12. The 35 is below the 26. And the 35 is even crossing below the 50 as well. So this is looking pretty bearish on everything. Honestly, the VWAP's down here at 41. I can see this actually pulling all the way back to the VWAP. Maybe getting a bounce there, but that seems reasonable. I'm going to see if I can get in short at 43.5. Going against the red to yellow on the TTM. You see seller volume stacking in right here. I'm looking for a move just down to 42.75. I'm just on 3-tick scalps right now. Popping back up to my entry. Everything just seemingly stopped. Just gonna put this at a single tick, because we are pulling up a little bit more than I want to see. I see more buy volume coming in. I may have to cut this. Right now we're negative 2 ticks in this, between 2 and 3. I was honestly expecting this to pull back to the VWAP. We did get that trade. We're back at our peak of the day. 900 is the glass ceiling of the day, and so I want to break through that, make about $600 more and hit that 1500, which has been my goal the last couple of days. And I think that it's just a really good goal for me. To me, it's not too far-fetched. It's not too much of a stretch. But 1500 seems possible, even on a day like today, where I've made some mistakes in my trading today so far. This was 3 yellows in a row. And then, so going from 3.6 to 3.4 to 3.0 on TTM. So that's actually a reasonable amount of momentum coming in. We do have a possible crossover, just like before. Up here in this section, I don't want to take a long until I see the 9 get above the 12 EMA. Now, with the momentum that's stacking on the TTM, I do feel more confident here than I did over at this location. And that's because the momentum on this went from 3.6 to 3.4, so 0.2, so that's pretty small. Then to 3.1, so it went to 0.3. And then now we're going to 2.6. So that went about half a point. So that's a pretty decent amount of momentum coming up here. Let's take a look and see what's going on. The other moving averages, they're not where we want them to be. But that's sometimes the way it is. I'm going to look for a long entry here off of 45.5. So we're just looking for a little bit of pullback there, and I'm looking to get out at 46.25. I guess I could have got in at 45. 2.6 to 2.1. So that's looking pretty strong. I can see a potential move up here to 47. I'm looking to get out at 46.25. I probably could bump this up another tick or two. But I'm just trying to keep consistent profits on the day. That's more important to me than taking big swings. We're up 2. Just trying to have this go up like 2 more ticks. There it is. All right, so we're up 10, 12, 50. We finally broke 1,000 on the day. It's very kind of like, come on, let's do it. Let's do it. And we finally did it. We're above 1,000. We're at 10, 12, 50. TTM going from 2.6 to 2.2, so we've got a movement of 0.4, and we're getting some pullback there. The 26 SMA has just dipped below the 35. Now, when the 35 starts crossing above, I use this all the time in stocks. When the 35 starts crossing above the 26 SMA, that indicates that we're gonna start getting an upward momentum push in the somewhat near future. I use this a lot in stocks, and it's a lot more effective on stocks than it is on futures, but it still is pretty effective on futures. And so this may be the bottom area of our consolidation. You can see the TTM is starting to give us that sort of U-shaped pattern on the TTM. That also looks good for upper move. So this is looking decent to start potentially seeing a reversal back up towards the top. And the only thing that can really push us now towards the downside is a big, heavy chunk of sell orders, which can happen. 2.2 to 2. Let's see, 2.2 to 2.2. So that looks weak. To 2.0, a little bit better, but this move did not happen because this should have been a 1 minute pullback. And this candle here that ended up going red would have been the one to pop. It may end up happening on this one here, but that gives me less confidence for the move ahead. However, like I said, the 26 is dipping and diverging below the EMA 35, which does give us that longer term indication of a trend reversal toward the upside. Where are we at with this? 44 and a half. Take an entry, seeing if I can off 44 and a quarter. Long off 44 and a quarter. Long off 44 and a quarter. Where's this 26 at? 45 and 3/4. It's at 45 and a quarter. TTM going from 2.2 to 1.8 to 1.9. So actually kind of hitting a red there. Pulling back some. Getting a double bottom right there. I don't want this to drop any more than it is right now. If it does, then we're out. You see that I marked that double bottom. It's actually a triple bottom if you notice this one here. So triple bottom right there at 43. And so I don't want that to drop any more than where it's dropped. This went from 1.8 to 1.8, so basically flat to 1.6, 1.7 area. So I'm looking for this to move up towards the EMA 35. We're getting more and more divergence on the 26 and 35. I use moving averages a lot in order to sort of help me discover direction. And I really find it quite useful. We're back in green on this trade. I'm just looking to get out at 45 and a quarter, which would be below these wicks by quite a lot. That's Tiny posting in our Discord community. We have an amazing Discord community, guys. If you're looking for an online family, you're looking for a place to come and be optimistic and have other people encourage you, have other people help you, check out our Discord community. Because we do get a lot of people there that are willing and happy to help. And so if that sounds like a place that you'd like to be, come on in, join in. I've learned a lot just being in there, listening to you guys, reading your guys' comments and reflections as well. I've learned a lot just by reading what you guys post. I hope you guys learn something when I post my reflection in there every day. I hope it helps you guys. I know it helps me when you guys post in there. So we got a bear flag here. A little bit of a flag forming. You can see that we are still stacking on the TTM towards the upside, though. There is that flag right there. I still think that this trade is good. Just keep getting, like, That one like tapped my sell order. This looks decent for an upward pop. Like a move up to the 35, which is right up here at 46, but it's just been going like that one actually tapped my sell order. Didn't fill, but it tapped. For the possible crossover, there's the pop. Up 1162.50 on the day. Made about 150 on that last trade. I'm looking for this now. Now I'm going to be looking for the 9 to get above the 12, and then also the cyan switch. So I'm going to be looking for those two indicators to indicate us on long. And this is looking pretty decent. I'm not going to take the trade, though, until I see those indicators, because this could reject yet again and push down towards a VWAP. Now, I do think this trend reversal toward the upside will happen. But will it happen right now? Looks like it's gonna. The main indicator I'm looking for is that 9 above the 12. It's not there yet, but it's very close. We also have that possible crossover of the 12 and 26. I have to not give in to my temptation to take this trade, which is there. I'm like, just join. And it might rip. It looks like it's gonna. Okay, now I feel a little bit more confident about taking this trade. We have 8 seconds left in this candle. I'm just gonna clear my cache here so that we can make sure our charts are updating quickly. Gonna look for 6 ticks off of this and see about getting in at 45.5. Moving a little bit past this, I'm just gonna join the bid in at 45.75. But I'm looking for 6 ticks off this. It may actually be a little bit aggressive, given that we're gonna have to break through the 35 and the 50. My exit is right there at 47.25. 9 is getting above the 12 now on the current candle. I'm going to need to see it close above the 12, which is in 10 seconds. It's looking good. 5 seconds. I'm waiting for the close of this candle to close with the moving average 9 above 12, which it did. And now I'm looking for this candle to close with the 12 above the 26. There's our rip up. It's not quite at our sell level yet, but it's getting there. We may have some pullbacks to the 35 and the 50. There's our sell. We're up 1387.50 on the day, going for that 1500. And that's the main goal. I think I'm gonna stick with pretty much daily. There's that cyan switch that we also talked about as well. This is a really nice move. I absolutely could have taken it earlier, but like I said, there was certain aspects and elements that I was looking for in the chart and the indicators to actually play out before I took the trade, because I didn't want to end up in a false break. Okay, so I'm gonna just check back in. Why not leave one contract as a runner? I don't really love doing that. It is something I have done in the past, but I kind of just like to just walk away with profit as much as I can. I could do that, but it's just not my way I normally trade. So, what we could do, if we're gonna do that, is we could set up a multi-bracket order. So we could go. We could even do a trailing stop too, but I don't really. If you notice, guys, I almost never use trailing stops or just any stop at all. But we could do a multi-bracket. So we get trigger with brackets, like multi-bracket here, and then we could switch this over to ticks. And then we could be like, we'll turn off stops all the way. And then be like, all right, let's go with 2, 4, and 6, just for the hell of it. And then we have 3 contracts here. So this 1 contract each. Yeah. So basically what we would do is we would buy 3, and then you can see it's posted as 3 different cells. This gives us like a blended P&L. But we can give it a shot. Might be kind of fun. We got to find a trade out for it though. It's got to be something like this, which I don't think is too far off. Obviously, we got a pretty heavy pullback off of that. This is actually one of the reasons why sometimes I'm sketchy to do this, but it is a fun way to trade. No lie on that. Here, we'll save this. We'll call it 2, 4, 6. Two, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? I'm just gonna say that. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yum. That's what we're calling it. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yum. That's the name of this triple bracket order on that template there. Getting some pretty heavy pullback off this. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 4th red in a row. By the way, guys, if you go chilling, hanging out, make sure you guys like and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. It really does help the channel grow, the whole community grow as a whole. By the way, speaking of our community, we have an amazing Discord community. It's free to join. By all means, guys, join on in that. We have some amazing traders in there like Fawn and Tiny, Long Haul, just a lot of Ed Art, one of our awesome traders in there as well. We just have some amazing people in there who post up, who are open, honest, and transparent about what it is that they're posting, which takes a lot of courage, by the way. So thank you guys for having the courage to post your wins as well as your losses, along with your reflections inside the group. That stuff really helps. It helps me personally. I've learned a lot from you guys. Just being part of this community, I've learned a lot. You know, I believe that there's knowledge everywhere, and I love that about our community, is that we get the opportunity to share knowledge with each other. All right, so we've pulled back almost all the way to the VWAP here. That honestly seems like a decent entry point for a long off there at 42.5. You kind of missed the op. Got a doji down there at the bottom on a pretty large wick. That was the op right there. Really, I was looking at this pretty, like, kind of large wick and thinking to myself, that seems like a decent scalp move. 9 dipping below the 12 again, so we may get continued move down. I can tell I'm starting to get some decision fatigue, and that can sometimes affect my trading. So I might only take like just 1 or 2 more trades. We're currently at 57 contracts that we've taken so far. This is about 248 in fees. TTM movement looking like 0.6 to 0.3 to 0.1. So almost getting like a leveling off there. I feel okay about entering off of 44. A little too aggressive on the drop there, actually. This little like micro U-shaped pattern here. You're gonna look to enter off of 45. I'm just being too aggressive with the entries. Got an entry at 45.50. We did get a cyan candle there. All right, we entered in at 45.75. We're going for the triple bracket order here. That means an exit at 46.25, 46.75, and 47.25. So we're looking essentially for this U-shaped pattern to break out. There's move number one. Up 14, 12.50 on the day. We still have 2 contracts left on the triple bracket. Let's see, 9 is getting above the 12. That's what we want to see. 1 contract left on the table. Just gonna take this profit here. All right, we broke our 1500. We're up 15.25 on the day, so we did hit our goal. We've got sort of an ABCD pattern here. There's the A, here's the B, there's C. Unless, of course, I want to take a look at this in the longer term chart. Okay, this is actually awesome. Longer term chart, on the 3-minute chart, we're actually getting a red to yellow move on the TTM. That looks great for a potential longer term breakout. Taking a look at the 5-minute chart here. 5-minute chart is actually switching to red on the TTM. So a little bit of conflicting information there. I don't think the 5-minute chart is going to stay the way it is, considering that the 3-minute is pushing up. How it's pushing up. Let's see, 4.7 to 4.4 on the TTM. Let's say 8.57. So we'll have a new 3-minute candle right up here at the top of the hour at 9 o'clock. Just in about 10 seconds. Just going to jump in, check what y'all's in the comments there. Choppy range today. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, of course. Like, we always answer here. Trading low. Yeah. All right, we got a possible crossover. The 3-minute chart looking stronger. We went from 4.4 to 3.9. This looks pretty decent for a longer term breakout. That's the possible crossover in the 1226 on the 3-minute chart. Remember, that's a bit more powerful than it on the 1-minute chart. If this 9 gets above the 12 on the 3-minute chart, that's going to look really solid. We have some resistance up here at 48.5. So I'm going to watch out for resistance there. But I don't think it's going to last there. And I think that we do have some pretty strong momentum behind this. I'm going to switch off of this. I'm actually going to switch to... I'm going to look for 8 ticks, and I don't know if I can get an answer at 47.5, but that's kind of where I want to be. I'm just going to try it. It's 3 ticks down, though. Now it's a whole $1 down. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I'm just going to join the bid. All right, in at 49, I'm looking to get out of 51. We may have some resistance here at 50. Pull back to 48.50. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 7 greens in a row. So I probably should have anticipated that pullback there. By the way, if y'all are chilling, hanging out, make sure you like and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. I do think that we have some opportunity for this to rip up through 50. 50 acting as resistance there. A lot of sell contracts coming in at the moment. I want to see this candle end up green and actually rip over this. So it wants to be a 1 minute candle, make a new high. This will indicate the actual upward move. We should have a new 3 minute candle, so I'm going to check in on that. So we went from 4.4 to 3.7 to now 3.0 on the TTM. On the TTM 3, that's looking nice and strong. I'm gonna zoom in on this moving average. You can see that the 9 is actually getting above the 12 on the EMA. The 9 EMA is getting above the 12 EMA on the 3 minute chart. That also looks good for upward continued movement. We won't know till 9:06 for our next candle. I'm gonna jump in and check in with the 5 minute chart. I want to see the 5 minute go from red to yellow. 5 minute has a possible 1226 crossover. And TTM is going from 0.4 to 0.7. So it's practically flat. You can actually see on the 5 minute right here, we had a lot more buy orders than we did sell. And right now we have, it's like 60-40 on the sell side. So it's pretty close. And buyers actually just took control just now. That's on the 5 minute. So buyers are taking control slightly on the 5 minute chart as well. Back up our break even on this trade, which is at 49. We certainly could have got a better entry. I think 47.50 was actually possible, which is what we talked about that we wanted our entry to be. I don't know if it dropped that far, but it dropped pretty close. 47.50 was exactly what it dropped to. So I don't think I would have got filled, but flag on the play. You can see that flag there. Typically, since this is on the upper side, this would be considered a bull flag. But you guys know my philosophy on flags. They're just flags. They mean a momentum move is on the way. We also have a blue candle forming on the TTM, the 1 minute chart. We should have a new 5 minute candle. I'm going to check that. Yes, getting a red to yellow on the 5. So going from 0.7 to 0.6. Not much of a yellow, but yellow nonetheless. So we had a lot of resistance up here at 52.50. And we never actually hit 55. So that's really what we're going to want to see now. It's pulling back more than I wanted to. We're still up 1,300 on the day, but we're down 225 in this trade. Switching back to the 3 minute chart. It's 9:06, so we should have a new candle again. This is going from 3.7 to 3.1 to 2.4. We do have continued stacking on the 3 minute chart. Nine is above the 12 pretty solidly. That's what we want to see. So I'm going to hold on to this trade. Like I said, I absolutely could have got a better entry, and I should have. But that's okay. Moves are happening kind of slow. But But there are moves available on the day, though, which is a good thing. That's a good thing. I just randomly break out of the song all the time. 4750 definitely was the entry point. I was right when it was up here. I was just worried it was just gonna rip without me, and so basically I entered at 49 off of FOMO. I should have entered 4750 because that's 6 ticks right there, just up to 49. And so yeah, man, I definitely could have traded this better. Speaking of which, I may actually cut this. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this trade. Reassess. Let's take the loss. Not a big deal. Down to 1225 on the day. Our peak of the day was 1525, so I guess we lost 300 on that. Still up over a G though, so happy about that. Yeah, that's actually where I got the phrase "flag on the play." Was football really? Um, yeah, look for it on my screen. There's a flag on the play, and the Denver Broncos are challenging the play. The play has been overturned. But they always talk like that too. They're always like, there's a flag on the play." All right, we're getting some pullback now towards 47. I still feel confident about this longer term move. I'm gonna take another long here, and I'm looking now for this to move. So we're in at 47, so we get a much better entry this time. I'm looking for now 49, which would basically just make back what we just lost. I think this will go higher. I do think it's gonna bump up towards 54, which is near the upper band of the VWAP. But I'll just be happy if we can get back up at 1500. A lot of buy volume coming in on this candle. You can see right there on the bulls bears. Nine is still above 12 pretty solidly. The EMA 35 has also just crossed above the 50. This looks just good for a longer term breakout, and I'm honestly kind of surprised that we're not seeing more conviction in these breakouts, and I think it's due to volume. If you look at the volume, it's at like 1,500 contracts. So I think it's the volume that's preventing these breakouts from really happening. Volume's just a little bit low. I'm gonna just take this profit off. All right, we made a tick. Yay. I think it's really just, it's like low volume that's causing this sort of lack of movement. 3-minute chart looking like, let's get zoomed in here. Looking like 3.1 to 2.4 to 1.9. I still feel like this is gonna rip. It just is going super slow. Maybe we'll look for like 9:15 or 9:30, but it's the slowness of it all that makes me feel sketchy. Because a lot of this is like a perfect little rip setup. But without the volume, I mean, what do you expect? Pretty hard to have anything rip without volume. We did hit 8 likes today. A little below where we want. We're trying to hit 10. hit 10 per day. So if we take a look at this on the 5-minute chart, like I said earlier, the 5-minute chart is telling a slightly different story than the 3 and the 1. And what I meant by that really is the TTM has been slowly going more and more red on the 5-minute chart, which really kind of gave us that indication that, hey, you know what? Maybe this upward move isn't going to happen. And I think a lot of that, in very large part, has to do with volume. We're a little under a 1,500 goal in the day, but I'm not going to push it past what I should. Taking another look at the chart. See if there's another opportunity here. If there's not, may walk away for the day. 9 zipping below 12. .8 to 1.5 to 1.2. A little bit of downward momentum, but not much. Nine dipping below 12 EMA, but only on this current candle, so it's not particularly strong. That was a nice rip up from 46 up to 47 and a half. A good 6 ticks on that. Coming up on 9:15 here on the west side of the country. .3 to 1.0, pulling back still more on the TTM. Join the bid long there might be a mistake. It's looking like it is. I'm gonna cut this, and I think I'm gonna walk away there. Up 1187.50 on the day. We took 69 contracts, so 69 times 4.36. We've got 300 on fees. So when we factor in our 1187.50, we walk away with a net profit of $886.66, 88,666. And so not a bad day. Any day green is good. We certainly had more opportunity to stay green today, but there was some choppiness in the market, and so I don't feel too bad about any of the trades that I lost on, although I do think there was some trading I could have done better, specifically in a couple of moments where I chased probably 3 different trades, 2 in the very beginning and 1 midway through, and I think that those 3 chases are what costed us higher profits on the day. But I'm still happy with what we accomplished. We did accomplish over $1,000 in gross, and we did accomplish close to $1,000 in net profit. So I think I'm done for now. But what I'm going to do here, guys, I'm going to jump over to our Discord community. And inside of our Discord community, which there is a link in the description for, I'm going to post my reflection on my trades on the day, as well as my results in the group. And I do that basically every day that I trade. Occasionally, every now and then, I get busy immediately after trading. But for the most part, we go ahead and put that stuff in there. Thank you, Tiny. I really appreciate that. I'm going to post this up here because it makes me feel good. Tiny is really one of the heart and soul of our Discord community. So he's constantly encouraging everybody, and I love that because we're here to be optimistic. We're here to help everybody in any way that we possibly can have the most optimistic future that they can for themselves, That's why I called it Optimistic Futures. So, guys, go ahead and join into our Discord community, and we'll see you guys there. Before I go, if you guys would like to earn fun in the futures market, check out Elite Trader Funding. These guys are awesome. There's a link in the description and a promo code JSBEST where you can lock in a lifetime discount. It'll provide you the best possible discount you can find on these guys here. Personally, I'm working on a 50K, one step, and a 100K static evaluation. So go ahead and pick up an evaluation, guys, if you're looking to earn funding. In my opinion, it's the best deal in trading. So check these guys out, and yeah, grab one, and I'll see you guys in the Discord community. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down now. Thanks again, guys, so much for being here. Thank you for your love and support, your likes, your subscribes, and all that stuff. Helps the community grow, helps the whole channel grow. All that stuff is awesome and amazing, and I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you showing up here. Thank you once again, and we're gonna jump off here. Peace. See you in the Discord group.